and welcome to today's video. Are you considering Sisterlocks for the first time, or perhaps it's your second or even third time? I think I have something for you today that will help you decide, so stay tuned, but also stay tuned until the end of the video to have my ReTighten updates. See you there. Hello, this is Love Those Locks, the channel where I help you care for your hair, especially for the lady of a certain age. Wherever you are in your natural hair journey, or wherever that journey has taken you, you're at the stage now where you're considering Sisterlocks, and I've got 11 reasons that will help you to decide whether they're right for you. Now, before I go on, I just want to say that these are my own opinions, which are based on my experience of having Sisterlocks. If you've been following me on this channel, you'll know that these are my second set of Sisterlocks. So the reasons that I'm about to talk about are just things that have occurred to me throughout the two journeys that I've had so far. Number one, you've done your research. Now, the best way to prepare yourself for Sisterlocks is you've watched some videos, you've seen pictures, and you've spoken to people who have Sisterlocks, and also you've spoken to at least one consultant, and it's all part of what we would do if we're investing time and energy into something, is doing the research. So as part of doing that research, you've spoken to all of these people, and the interesting thing about doing your research in that way is that each of these sources of information will tell you something new and tell you something that you don't know necessarily, but it could also give you another perspective of the same piece of information, which is all useful in helping you to decide whether Sisterlocks are right for you. 2. You've fully weighed up the pros and cons. You've weighed up the pros and the cons. So as part of doing your research, you've looked at the good, the bad, and the not so good of Sisterlocks, and you've looked objectively at them, weighing up the positives as well as the negatives, just so that you can gain a balanced view before making that final decision. Number 3, you know that comparison is the thief of joy. As part of your research, you've probably looked at pictures and videos, and you've seen amazing Sisterlocks that have made you think, I want Sisterlocks just like those. But when you look at them in that way, you could rob yourself of the joy of the journey, because ultimately your Sisterlocks to be and someone else's established Sisterlocks aren't necessarily going to be the same. So as long as you know that and you understand it and remember it, you're good to go. You're patient. You like to take your time, and you don't always expect to get everything that you want straight away. And you know that Sisterlocks is a type of hairstyle that will take a while to cultivate. And as long as you know that, you're ready for that longer journey ahead. Number 5, you love low maintenance. So you've bid a fond farewell to combs and brushes, and you're ready for a style that is low maintenance, because as we know, Sisterlocks is a low maintenance hairstyle, and what it means is there's no day-to-day or weekly regime to follow, no detangling, and no protective styling that's required. And as long as you've taken all of that on board and you're ready for it, then this is the style for you. But number 6, you're open-minded about the way you'll look. Now, there's no getting away from it. When you go for your installation, for your Sisterlocks, you're likely afterwards to see more of your scalp than you've ever seen before. And that's fine. You're okay with that. And the other thing to consider is if you have shorter hair, it will feel as though you've lost some of that length, and it will take a while before you'll feel that you've got that length back. I've heard the early stages of Sisterlocks being described as the ugly stages. I wouldn't necessarily call it that, but the thing to remember is whatever you call those stages, that's the stage when your locks are settling in. And if you compare your Sisterlocks from that very first stage to the later stages, they will be a lot thicker, because they will change over time. The truth is that you won't know exactly what your Sisterlocks will look like until you reach those different stages of your journey. Number 7, you have thin hair and you'd like to boost what you have. So you've got thin hair and you may want to make the most of what you have. And the thing is, with Sisterlocks, over time they will compress and give the impression of being thicker. So your Sisterlocks, when they are at the very beginning, when they've just been installed, will look very different to a year, 2 years, 3 years plus down the line. The locks will compress, which will give the impression of being fuller, and given the number of Sisterlocks you would have, say 400 at least, more or less, with that volume of locks and the compression, you'll have a fuller volume. Number 8. You can make the financial commitment and or you can self-retie. Now, when you start Sisterlocks, you'll need to go to a Sisterlocks consultant for your establishment. That will be a significant financial investment for that stage. And going forward, you'll need some sort of regular maintenance, self-retie, or you'll go back to your consultant. If you're going back to your consultant, that will be a further ongoing financial commitment that you need to take into account. Alternatively, you may want to self-retie, or you could do a combination of going to your consultant and doing self-reties. Number 9. No more hair mysteries. You've tried every conceivable hairstyle under the sun, or almost. Now, having tried all of these different hairstyles, there are no more mysteries for you, because you know the ins and outs of all of those hairdos, so that when you come to get your Sisterlocks installed, you're not thinking about the styles you could have done, or would have done, or should have done. You can just enjoy the journey for what it is. Number 10. You have a busy lifestyle. So you've got a busy lifestyle, you may have young children, or you have an all-consuming career, or you just want to take back some time to do other things other than hair maintenance. And if this applies to you, then this is a great hairstyle to consider. Number 11. The look is your look. So you may have changed the pace of life, you want to slow down, you've changed values, or maybe you have a career where appearances matter, and the neat and orderly appearance of Sisterlocks works for that career choice. Whatever it is, that fits with your lifestyle, it fits with your look, and it's the look that you want, and it works for you. Now on to my retie update that I promised you at the beginning of this video. So as you can see in the pictures or the video, that I've not had a retie since February of this year, so that's a very long time. If you've been watching my videos, you'll know that I did try a self-retie in June, but anyway, I've gone for my professional retie with my consultant, and it looks amazing and I'm very happy with it. And so that's just the long and short of it. I've had that retie and it's great. That's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Now over to you. Is there something that I've missed out that you'd like to add, or have any of my points helped you? I'd love to hear in the comments. Please remember to like, share and subscribe, and remember to hit that notifications bell so that you know when I next post a video. See you soon. And I've got 11 reasons you have thin hair and you want to boost what you have. So you may... Right. Hey, it's your girl, Love Those Locks. Welcome.